Right on time, it seems. Just making sure everything is looking good. Hello, insane psychopath smile, aka Poker Cheese, aka Cute Pumpkin. But it is I, Juby Noir, not Juby Blonde. But hello, thank you for popping by. Can you hear everything okay? You forgot one, start time. I did forget that, you're right. Man, that was so long ago though. I'm trying to see why you said everything's good. That's good. I got the stream on low latency this time. So, well, for the just chatting streams, I want to have the stream on like low latency, so I can like, respond to messages a bit quicker. Okay, but don't worry, you're not just gonna be stuck looking at me the entire stream. I have some B-roll gameplay footage. Just making sure everything is good. I'm assuming you can hear me since you've been responding to what I've been saying, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So let's me hop over here. It messed up. It messed up. Alright, well, ignore that. But yeah, as you can see, okay, and it looks like the chat has fixed itself as well. But let's see here. Hold on, my friends are like dogs barking on the group. Let me, okay, alright. So as you can see my little disclaimer up there, this is pre-recorded footage. Ignore the atrocious gameplay. I just needed B-roll. I am very dog water. Well, no, I'm not. Well, yeah, I'm dog water. And I'm dog water at Marvel Rivals, but I was just playing against Practice versus AI just for some B-roll for about an hour while we talk about things, or while I talk about things. Let me get a swig of water right here, right quick. Okay, excuse me. So I'm gonna let that play. Of course, let me know if that is too loud. If it gets too loud. Welcome back, insane psychopath. Feels kind of weird calling you insane psychopath. But anyway, again, this gameplay footage is just pre-recorded. Ignore it. Just something for you to have to look at while I talk. So I had a couple of things that I did want to talk about, and I didn't really think too much about the order that I present them in, to be honest, even though I should have definitely done that. So starting off, hold on, let me move this out the way. Or actually, let me, fuck. Make more sense to put that right there. Okay. Alright, so a lot has happened since the last time we've done a just chatting stream. Some good stuff, some dark stuff. We're not really gonna dive too deep into like the dark stuff, to be honest. But the title of the stream, as you can see, it's cool to not care about anything these days. Wait, do I? I'm sorry, hold up. Wait. I still have Pretzel Rocks playing in your ear along with the gameplay. I apologize about that. That should be a bit better. Okay. So, it's cool to not care about anything. We live in an age where everybody, or a lot of people, think that it's very cool to just be very nonchalant about so many different things. Pretty much everything. Now, around where we are, it kind of seems like that the guys try to use that as like a tactic to pick up the girls and stuff. I'm giggling because one of my friends is crazy. We just ignore it. Well, that's a bit different. What I'm talking about is not quite. My computer is losing its mind right now. Hold on. What I'm talking about when I say that it's cool to not care about anything, I mean like it's cool to not be enthusiastic about things. It's cool to not have any passion or, you know, just be excited about anything. If something bad happens to you, it's cool to not care about it because you're seen as weak if you care about it in some people's eyes. Oh my god, hold on. It always say it wants to die and then it back to normal. We know it's a lie. Well, like for example, if let's just say I got fired from like my job or something, if I actually end up being sad about that, people are going to not really respect me, you know? But if I come across as like, man, I don't give a fuck about this job. I don't give a fuck that I just got fired. I don't give a fuck that I can't earn money anymore, stuff like that. Even though I got kids I gotta provide for and stuff like that. That is the thing that I'm talking about. So why am I starting off like this? Like I'm pretty sure she's jealous on me because when I'm talking to a friend, she starts to act different. Jealous of me and other friends. She has a favorite. I can understand that. Well, when I say that, I mean I understand where you're coming from. And I mean, I'm guilty of that myself sometimes. I get pretty jealous when Blonde is getting along with somebody else other than me. Or at least I've had that issue in the past. Like, no, you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be enjoying time with me. This other person might steal time of you from me. Ooh, I tell him, you don't have to tell him. Josiah, hello, welcome. You are just in time to hear me ramble about a bunch of nothing. Just shower thoughts that, you know, well, not really shower thoughts. Think about this a lot. But anyway, we've already had this talk. Psychopath smile. Me and him have already had that talk, so you don't have to snitch on me or anything. But I was talking about, I'm hungry, let me see what I have here. But when I was talking about it's cool to not care about anything, there was a very specific instance that happened recently. Also, Josiah, thank you for dropping by, even if it's only for a little bit. How are you doing today? But, what was I saying? Alright, there was an instance, right? Blonde and I were leaving work. You're doing good? That's good. Glad to hear that. Blonde and I were leaving work. You know, shift was over. We were going home to relax. There was a stray cat. Alright. Also broke my feet. Can't walk very well. That's thumbs up worthy. Okay. I guess you're still hanging in there, feeling strong. There's both taped on. I have no idea what you're talking about. But oh wait, is that how you? No, never mind. But yeah, there was a stray cat that was like sitting like at the exit way where we have to leave for work and stuff. So Blonde went up to pet it because he just has to fucking pet stray animals. So as he was petting it, I was waiting on him, of course, and there was a group of guys walking by. There was like maybe 1 or 2 girls with them. I was really just keeping an eye on Blonde to make sure that thing didn't bite him, but the guys, they were walking by and they said something like, "That bitch didn't come to me when I whistled at it." They were talking about the cat not coming to them. Also, I really hope that my computer fan is not too loud. But anyway, they were saying something, they said that bitch ain't come to me when I whistled at it. They were talking about the cat. And then they went on to say, "Man, I'll choke that bitch." They were talking about the cat again. And the girl they were walking with, she laughed at that. Like, in the tone, in the sense that him saying that turned him on, turned her on. The fact that he was willing to just strangle an innocent animal that was literally just sitting at the exit way, minding its own business. What? Yeah, exactly. That's what he said, 100%. And again, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, it's cool. It was cool for him to not give a fuck about taking an innocent life like that. The girl liked that. It was funny. I don't care about life. I'll kill anybody. That will turn the girls on. And I didn't say anything because I was trying not to have a confrontation right there. And also, he didn't actually do it. And I honestly think that he was just talking shit. I don't think he would actually... Hold on. I honestly believe he was just talking shit. I don't think he would actually do that type of thing. I even choked help. No, please make sure you're not dying over there. Drink some water if you need to. But like, I let it go. I didn't say anything. There was no reason for me to say anything. But it did irritate me because all right, I'm just talking in circles now. But well, stop typing and go find your water, psychopath. Jeez, don't die on my account. So, all right. So another instance is where people are just online, they're trying to celebrate something, and I guess this technically doesn't count, but it also technically does. You'll see people online maybe celebrating something like, I don't know, maybe they got a promotion, maybe they just reached a new milestone in their art journey, maybe they just want to be silly on the internet, stuff like that. You'll have people in comments, go pour some. What are you doing? Stop typing in chat and stop dying somehow. No, I'm being 100% serious. If you're seriously choking, stop typing and go pour some water. Oh wait, your legs. Okay, you gotta do something, like seriously. I'm being 100% serious. Like, oh my god. Oh, psychopath, you are stressing me out over here. Okay, great. I'm happy that you found it. Jesus. We will all be witnesses. But anyway. It's cool to not give a fuck about anything. Alright, so instead of just talking around circles on that, let me move on to the next semi-serious point. Something that I want everybody to be aware of. Something that I have observed, but not something that I have, been the first to discover. There's a thing online. I'm crying by one eye, damn. Yeah, almost dying tends to do that to you. That's what happens when you got stuff going down the wrong pipe. But I'm glad you're not dying anymore. Something that I have observed, personally, I call it the snowballing effect. Just be careful with the potato. But something that I call the snowballing effect. So basically, you have... Hold on. If you're scared half to death twice, are you dead? I am not about to play with you right now. I'm trying to fucking be over here, trying to open up MS Paint or some shit. You're doing comedy in the chat, and Psychopath is over there just dying. Is too much going on here. So let me pause this right quick, cause I need you guys to see something. Would I go to window capture? Paint. All right. Capture paint. Does not look like you're capturing paint. Okay, there you go. All right. I almost choked again laughing at your laugh. Oh, God. Well, I'm glad Christ. I'm glad you're alive. All right. So everybody take a look at this right now, okay? Snowballing effect. We've got, just say, this guy, Christ, this guy, his name is Phil, right? That's Phil. So, Phil, let's say it looks just like me. Damn, Josiah, you are built if you look like Phil, let me just say. So let's say that something really controversial has happened, right? Phil thinks that what happened should not have happened. All right? That's what Phil believes. So over here, we've got, oh God. Can I undo that? I don't like that. I like how I'm being fucking critical of these masterful painting skills. I'm wheezing. Alright, right here we've got, hold on, let me give her a little bit of hair there. That is gonna have to do. Over here we've got fucking Mika or whatever, right? Alright, so something controversial happened. Oh, hold up, I didn't even give Mika legs. Oh no. Alright. So something controversial, something major has has happened. Phil is on the side of people who feels like it should not have happened at all. Mika is on the side of people who feels like it should have happened. Okay? You have two opposing sides there, right? So of course you're gonna have a back and forth on the internet, stuff like that, right? So that's two separate sides. Here we have a little gremlin. His name is fucking his name is Turd. That's his name. That's what his mom named him. All right? His mom named him Turd. But Filka, on the other hand, Milka, Filka, my God, guys. Stop. Y'all are making me laugh and choke. All right. So we got Phil, Mika, and Turd. Phil thinks that the thing that happened should not have happened. Mika thinks that the thing that happened should have happened. Turd down here, Turd does not actually give a fuck at all. He does not care if what happened should have happened. But Turd is something known as I love this handwriting. A rage baiter. Oh God. Oh God. This is what he is. Turd is something known as a rage baiter. Turd literally only lives to make other people miserable and angry and upset. So Turd decides, even though he doesn't actually give a fuck about the controversial thing that happened, he's gonna go on to sites like Twitter or YouTube or Blue Sky or whatever the fuck, and he's just gonna say whatever the fuck he wants. So let's just assume that I'm serious mode. I can't. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. let's just assume that Phil's side on something that so Phil is on the side of something that should not have happened. All right, that's what Phil is. We're gonna put that there for him, and Mika, we're just gonna put a circle over there just so I remember that. I can't break hold. So Phil is on the side. Well, I can't remember. Oh, are you dying over there, psychopath? Goodness. All right. Anyway, Phil's on the side that should not have happened. Mika's on the side that should have happened. Let's just say that Phil's side, or let's say that Mika's side, actually, is on the side that you know what I gotta do? I need to stop looking at chat until I actually get my thought out, because you guys are fucking Leonardo da Vinci's reincarnation. Yeah, that's 100% how you spell Da Vinci. Da Vinci, that's how I'm gonna spell it from now on. All right, shut up. Hoosa. All right. I'm not looking at chat until I finish my thought, okay? So, Phil is on the side of something he feels like it should not have happened. Mika's on the side of something that it feels like it should have. Let's just say that there is indisputable evidence that supports Mika's side of the argument for the thing that should have happened. Right? Rage baiter down here, Turd, he's gonna go on to sites like Twitter and Blue Sky, stuff like that, and he's going to say things like, that evidence doesn't actually prove anything. You guys are wrong. I don't care what the video says. Or he's just going to, on purpose, just dispute the evidence that's right in front of everybody. Like, even if you can be clear as day, fucking Mika can walk up to Phil and kick him in the fucking balls, and Turd down there will just say that Mika did not kick him in the balls and that Phil was provoking Mika in some type of way when Phil was probably just standing there. So, little Turd down here, he of course makes his statement. So other people start seeing that Turd is, saying that what actually happened did not happen. So of course, in turn, that spurs other people who are actually on Phil's side of an argument to get enraged, outraged, whatever word you want to use. So, they of course are going to make post after post, and then Mika's side, in order to dispute Phil's side, is going to make post after post, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. It just keeps going. It's a snowball effect, like I mentioned. And that's something that I kind of observed with like the Hogwarts Legacy situation that happened not too long. Well, it was actually a while ago, but the Hogwarts Legacy thing where people were playing J.K. Rowling's, hold on, let me start this back. Where people were playing J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter's game or some shit, and she was getting money, but J.K. Rowling is like a huge transphobe or something like that. People didn't like that. You should not be, they were saying like you should not be supporting a game made by a transphobe, a bigot such as J.K. Rowling. Other people were arguing that it's just a game, yada yada yada. There were so many different arguments that were going on at the same time. Prime real estate for rage baiters like Turd. Prime real estate. All they have to do is just set up shop and everything is good. Everything is golden. And I'm not gonna go into detail about it here right now. But wait, I need to breathe. Hold on. No, I won't hold on. Cause you should have been breathing right to start with. But yeah. The recent things that have been going on in the world, I see instances like we just talked about still happening, like today. And it's just gotten to a point to where like actual leaders can just flat out lie to people. And I'm not just talking about a single country. This happens all over the place. Literally over the entire planet. Need water. Hold on. This happens literally over the entire planet, where the leaders can just lie to people and people will just believe it. Or not even the leaders, it can be influencers too, where they can just say something and people will just flat out believe it without doing their own research or trying to look at things for themselves. And that's mainly because we, of course, I'm sure as you know, we live in the brain rot era. Welcome back, Josiah. But yes, it's very easy for leaders and influencers to just flat out lie to people all over the internet because we do live in the era of brain rot. Got to go dinner? Okay. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for stopping by for a little. And we live in the brain rot era because you're just, see ya. Oh, yeah, you were saying that to me. Bye. But people are just too lazy to go and look for things or look at things for themselves. They just want to be spoon-fed information. They're too lazy to even just look up or just even watch something for themselves. So very easy to manipulate people like that. Kind of missed the point that I was trying to make. Well, no, I think I made it actually. It's not too much else to say on that, so I won't drag it out. So I have, let's see, about 2 more three more. Alright, so we're taking a major segue here. So, the Marvel Rivals drama. Alright. Now we actually have something that's relevant to what's on the screen. There was a guy in a $40,000 tournament. His name was Kingsman. Was, like he's dead or something. His name is Kingsman. Basically, he got put onto a team full of girls who were just like basically like high school mean girls, stuff like that. One of the girls wanted to play Black Widow. Black Widow is one of the least popular characters in the game because of her low utility, and pretty much the only way to have her be useful is to consistently hit your headshots, and a lot of players, including myself, have dog shit aim. But anyway, she basically went 0 to 5. That means that she had 0 kills, 5 deaths. I can't remember if it was in like one of the scrims or the actual matches. Like I said, I don't really remember, to be honest. But she wasn't really doing that good in Black Widow. So she was asked by Kingsman, who is one of the top players, to swap. Can you please like change characters? Can you go anti-dive like Bucky? Basically asking, anti-dive is basically like a character that counters other characters that can slip into your back line and just completely wipe out your healers. Stuff like that. But this girl by the name of Zaza Stack, I think was her name, is her name, goodness. She refused over and over again. She did not switch off a Black Widow. And then one or two more girls kind of dogpiled onto Kingsman about like him bringing the vibes down because of how he would. It's so stupid. About how he was bringing the vibes down because he was trying to be so serious about winning his share of the money. Like $3,000 is the amount that he would get. And they even was starting to like kind of mock him for saying that he would really appreciate that money for college. And eventually it escalated to a point to where I think Zaza's boyfriend, somebody's boyfriend, don't quote me, but somebody's boyfriend got in contact with the actual tournament organizer, and they got Kingsman kicked from the tournament because they were saying something about he was being misogynist, something like that. Anyway, they exaggerated what happened, if they even mentioned what happened at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they were just besmirching his name just to try and make him look as bad as possible so he would get kicked from the tournament. So he got kicked from the tournament, and the internet pretty much collectively has been pretty much collectively on Kingsman's side about things because he was very respectful with how he asked, like repeatedly asked, hey, can you switch off of that character? It's not working for us as a team. Can you please switch to somebody more useful? Everybody's pretty much on his side. I am too, of course. One of his streams back, like after the tournament, he had gotten a donation. Actually, it was before that he did that stream, but he said himself that he got a donation for $3,000 off stream. So somebody donated that money to him, the amount of money that he would have won for winning the tournament anyway. Excuse me, voice. Take a swig of this water here. Whew, all right. But yeah, somebody donated that money to him, and people were still donating money to him, so he actually ended up getting more money than he would have initially gotten if he just won the tournament and didn't unfortunately have all of this drama that he was in. And like, that's good for him. That's like a very rare internet W. And like, I can appreciate that, seriously. Okay. I think that was all for that. What else do I have? Okay. taking another segue here, something unrelated. I'm sure you guys have noticed that YouTube has been trying to implement a bunch of different types of AI features into it. It's always fun, right? Where to start? Some of it is like being forced onto some creators. Well, it's not some, it's being forced onto everybody. They're trying to throw it in your face to make it seem like you're back. I didn't know you left. Oh, you did say you need to breathe. But yeah, YouTube is trying to, and I need to go get someone knocking at my door. It's really okay, psychopath. It's okay. You don't have to report it to me every time you have to step away, but I appreciate the consideration. No, Duolingo would just send a ballistic missile to your home if you miss your lesson. They wouldn't be knocking at your door. Anyway, what was I saying? So the AI issue has been getting like worse. Obviously, I think Blonde talked about it at some point. But the AI situation is getting worse. There are like AI generated artists, like singers, AI generated singers in that sense. AI generated actresses. And of course, voice models, music, all of that good stuff. As somebody said, I saw a stream, I won't name this person, but I saw a stream of somebody who said, why would you need to hire actors and actresses if you can just AI shit now? And I sunk that in. I let that marinate in my head a little bit. I feel like that statement would not ever come out of somebody who has truthfully done like a single artistic thing in their life. I could be very wrong, but just, you can hire, no, why would you need to hire actors and actresses these days when you can just AI shit? You're missing out on an entire process that is very fulfilling and very satisfying once you complete it. Just because you want to be impatient and lazy and just rely on AI prompts for everything. We reference it all the time, and I know that people probably get annoyed or think it's cringe for us to reference it all the time, but back on our song called Close Your AI, that parody cover with Asura's Wrath that we did, Blonde wrote a genius line, which I think is very sad but also very true. These kids will never know what it means to flow. These kids will never know what it means to flow. Because people are talking about how the AI bubble is going to burst at some point, but when and to what extent is my question. Like, again, there are good uses for the AI. Like that little, that game we played, almost, that first stream that I did in this year in January, that I to You game, that one, I feel like that was an okay use of AI. Like, I don't have a problem with that because it's obvious what it is. And like, it's not trying to replace anybody or push itself off as something else, something other than what it is. But that application was cute, but all the rest of the things they're trying to do, like actual corporations trying to replace actual people and stuff like that, and it really takes so much of me to just not talk, to just not say my negative impulsive thoughts, my impulsive negative thoughts, however you want to say it. When somebody says some shit like that, why would you need to hire actors and actresses when you can just AI stuff now? My impulsive thought is like, you have no talent, passion, or skill. But I'm trying to be better about that because I need to have an open mind, as my little brother loves to remind me. Different people have different circumstances with what they grew up with, you know, their opportunities that they had. It just, you have to remind yourself sometimes. It's tough. But I think that there will always be a market on actual human created stuff. Maybe it's really easy for me to say that when we ourselves have not yet been replaced by AI as far as like our money making is concerned. Income, you know? Yeah. But that's really all I had to say on that as well. And with that, I believe I have actually went over all of my topics. As per usual, I just fly through stuff because I don't actually have, I try to improvise this stuff as I'm talking on these streams, and when you are just rambling, not really reacting to what's going on, like on screen and stuff like that, it's a bit more difficult. But I appreciate you joining me all the same. So instead of me just rambling, I suppose I will just go ahead and let this be a very extremely short stream. We haven't even hit an hour yet. I don't have anything else to do or say to you guys. You guys hear my PC? Hello, Luciala. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I am so sorry. I kinda already talked about everything that I needed to talk about. And I was really just about to end the stream because I didn't have that much else to say and I didn't just want to ramble. I hope you have a lovely night all the same. Thank you very much, and thank you. No, it's like, seriously, you have no idea how much it means to me that you came and you popped up anyway, like at all. Seriously, 100%, I appreciate that. I hope you have a lovely night as well. But yeah, guys, since, let me just hop over here and give you a little bit of this right there. Now my computer can probably rest. But yes, in short, don't forget that the snowballing effect exists. Try to not be affected by this crowd of people who feel like it's cool to not care about anything. I feel like those people don't really have that much passion in life right now. I hope that they can fix that soon. Um, I am on Kingsman's side as far as the Marvel Rivals drama is concerned, and don't be too discouraged by the AI stuff that's going on these days. There will always be a market for true human creativity. Never forget that. Oh, by the way, guys, for any of you other content creators out there, if someone dislikes your YouTube video, I want you to know that that actually boosts it further into the algorithm still. So, if you see your like to dislike ratio and you see your dislikes, don't be worried. If somebody's just disliking your stuff just to hate on you, don't be worried about that or anything, because again, it just boosts it further into the algorithm. It feels like I've witnessed that myself a couple of times. Blonde himself has said that he's kind of seen that as well, but also I saw a video from like Mr. Beast like a long time ago where he kind of debunked that as well. So, you gotta have passion for things. I agree. You're allowed to like things and care about stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. You are allowed to do that. I'm so happy to actually see somebody on the internet say that. Everybody's so worried about everybody's so worried about being cringe these days that nobody can actually enjoy things. Oh, hold up. Lucy, while you're here actually, just so you don't have to go back and rewatch anything or anything. There was, and I'm just telling this to you. But the only reason why I even said that, oh, I am so cringe. I just embrace it. We've watched you guys' streams, and we love how, like, just unapologetically yourselves that you are. But Lucy, there was when Blonde and I were leaving for work. Leaving work. There was a stray cat that Blonde wanted to pet, and he went up to pet it, and there was a group of guys and like a girl or two walking past with them, and the guy said, "That bitch ain't coming to me when I whistled at it." So if that wasn't enough, he kept walking, and then he said, "Man, I'll choke that bitch." He was talking about choking the stray cat. And the girl that he was walking with, the girl that he was walking with, she laughed at that. Like that turned her on or something, that this guy had such a disregard for a stray cat's life. A cat who wasn't bothering anybody, mind you. The cat was literally just sitting there, just chilling. Yeah. Yeah, he 100%. 100%. That's what they said. And I held my tongue even though I wanted to say something, because he wasn't actually harming the cat, but there was no reason for me to say anything. They just kept walking. They left. Blonde finished petting the cat. But I can't fathom not giving so much of a fuck to, like, where you would say that you would just willingly choke the life out of an innocent animal that's not bothering anybody just so you could get a girl wet or something. And also, what type of girls are you hanging around? But that's where that came from. That's where that came from. And Yeah. But anyway, I'm at the risk of just running back in circles at this point. That's so scary, poor thing. It's just existing. Exactly. And you know, I thought the blonde and I was like, well, gee, I wonder why the thing always ran away when you tried to pet it, when you tried to approach it. You do realize that those things can sense murderous intent, right? They can sense if you're a bad person. Like, I wonder why the thing ran away from you when you tried to approach it any other time. It knows you're not shit. But also, wait, did I? I wanna just give you a quick rundown. Hold up, wait, what is that? They can sense it, of course it ran away. I hope it's safe and warm now if it can be. We usually see it around, just out and about. There are like multiple stray cats where we are. But like they don't really seem like they're in danger per se. I mean, it is pretty cold, but nobody's just really called animal control or anybody to come and pick them up. Also, it's kind of hard to tell where they are sometimes. I want to show this to you actually. If I can control V. Can I do that? Depreciated text. Oh, damn. Y'all got caught in that snowstorm? Shit. Are you guys like okay and everything though? I'm so sorry to hear that. I heard like a bunch of people got caught in like major power outages and stuff. But everybody's safe and stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to bring this window up for you. We have power and everything, but we just moved into our house, so my phone is the only internet I've got. Ah, okay. I see. I mean, at least nobody got hurt. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just honestly wanted your opinion on this right quick. So we were talking earlier about like controversial things that happen and the snowballing effect basically. So Phil is on one side of a controversial thing and he's saying that it should not have happened. Mika is on the other side of this thing and she's saying that it should have happened. All right. So, of course, online, you're going to have both sides, like on Twitter and, you know, maybe even Blue Sky, YouTube, other places, whatever. You're going to have both sides saying or having arguments between each other. So, you got Phil and Mika there, but you've also got Turd down here, who is a rage baiter, right? Little Turd is a rage baiter. And he, I'm sorry. And Little Turd, the rage baiter, does not actually give a fuck about either side. Like, truthfully, in his soul, he does not give a fuck. All he lives for, as we know, is to just rage bait people. He loves seeing people angry and upset about things, so he makes it his mission to stir the pot whenever he can. All right, so we got that, right? So he's, even if he doesn't believe in, like, Mika's side of things, he's still going to say things like, yeah, I definitely do believe that that should have happened, even if he doesn't really believe that, just to make Phil's side angry, or vice versa. The common rage baiter. Got it. Yeah. So basically, the snowballing effect, I think that certain things, they seem kind of like, or they happen. Fuck. I can't get my words out. Damn it. All right. Some things happen, and I feel like things feel more overwhelming than they actually are in some cases. Like, I feel like spaces are flooded with people like Turd. Thank you. I feel like the spaces are flooded with more people like Turd than they are filled with people like Phil and Mika who actually care about what happened. All that Turd cares about is making people upset and angry and outraged. Even if there's indisputable proof of indisputable evidence that supports Phil's side of things, for example, Turd is going to say that he agrees with Mika's side, or he's going to lie to your face to tell you that something is different from what you actually witnessed. And I'm not gonna stay too long on this. I wanted to give a quick rundown to you, but and I was also just mentioning briefly how it's easy for leaders and all around. Hello, Danny Edits. Thank you very much. Appreciate you enjoying that playthrough. Oh, they 100% are flooded with Turd. Been that way since the internet started and will be that way for the foreseeable future as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're actually just wrapping up Danny Edits. But thank you very much for stopping by, even if it's only for a little bit. People will do anything for a lick of attention. Yeah. But I was also mentioning briefly how it's easy for, and again, I'm not talking about any one place. This is literally all over the planet. All right. It's easy for leaders and influencers to just flat out lie to people these days because we live in such a brain rotted era to where nobody has enough energy to even just look at things for themselves or to think for themselves. They just want somebody to just spoon feed them information. Nobody wants to research things anymore. And I think that is equal parts scary and sad. I think that was the crux of what I was trying to say. So I don't think I'm going to linger on that too much more right now. And that was pretty much all I wanted to say. Just like as a quick wrap up for that. But thank you very much for staying and listening to my thoughts. I appreciate it very much. Any closing things I wanted to mention? All right, closing announcements. Blonde and I are working on something that we can't really mention just yet, but we're also, of course, I'm not joking, we finished recording a song, another original song. That's nice, right? That's exciting, right? We finished recording another original song, of course. And we're just waiting on some things to get finalized. You know, we still would like some artwork for it done, need to look at streaming services, all that good jazz. We're working. We're working. Also, we are, of course, trying to stay consistent with our streams, like I have made sure that we do tonight, because Blonde didn't feel like streaming today. In our videos, we also probably, well, I can't say that. I literally just said I can't tell you about that yet. You know, we've got stuff that we're still brainstorming, still in the works, but please look forward to it and follow us on. First of all, hold up. Let me come invade your space a little bit. There you go. There you go. Oh wait, that's a bit too much. There, that'll do. So, oh, that's so cool. I've always wanted to do my own original music, so props for you. You should totally do it. You can't even see my mouth, by the way. I'm sorry, I can't take myself seriously like this. Alright, but yeah, you should totally do it, Lucy. It's really gratifying. Like, Blonde and I will be cheering you on if you do decide to pursue that. Like, even if, you know, we don't have like a breakthrough or anything like that. It's not popular or anything, but we still had a couple of people who genuinely enjoyed it and like the message that it had. And we love that. I'm sorry, I can't take myself seriously. But I am being serious when I say that I encourage you. I encourage you to go ahead and do it if it's something that you want to pursue. It you know, there is a nice little labor tax for it, but I think it's worth it. Blonde does as well. Yeah. So really all I had to say. But thank you, everybody, for coming to my yapathon, my yap stream, where I just ramble about some shit. And someday. Alright, but we'll be waiting for someday. We'll be waiting, alright? We'll be keeping an eye out. Guys, make sure you, first of all, subscribe if you're a lurker here. Follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Jubiverse, across everything, alright? And all of our actual official links are in our card. You can find all of our links in the description. I'm sorry, I just keep looking up at OBS and all I see are the eyes and I can't even see the mouth, and it keeps making me laugh. But yeah, follow us on our links and stuff or whatever, goddamn. And yeah, keep an eye out for any information. Lucy, we're going to be keeping tabs on you as well. Not like that, not keeping tabs in like a creepy way. Lucy, we're going to be looking forward to whatever you create. That's all I had to say. God damn. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream, alright? Thank you, everybody in chat and our lurkers. We always appreciate our lurkers as well. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, even if it was just for a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream now. Everybody have a great night or day, whatever it is for you. Goodbye, 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 farewell, la 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 la.